noticed y'all was hating. Brand new. I can hold a conversation. Oof. I don't know. I'm running out of patience. Running. In the check and put 100 out of savings in. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna try and tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing.
Today, from State Farm Stadium it's week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Kyler Murray and the Arizona Cardinals taking on Alex Smith and the Washington football team.
Thank you, Coach. We are about 15 miles west of downtown Phoenix at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel, and the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with the Washington football team. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Cardinal team as they get ready here. They come in off a loss in the opener last week. That one was on the road. Now they get their first taste here of home cooking.
And what they're hoping to do is feed off the energy of the home crowd. Great tailgate, great fan support. Let's see if they can put it to good use.
Meanwhile, for visiting Washington, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
Greg Stroman on the return.
So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And they'll be led out by a man making a remarkable return to the football field. It is Alex Smith.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass. That's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
On first down, it's Smith. That one caught by Gibson. Broke a tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to. They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On first down, Smith. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. The numbers for Thomas from last week's effort. 6 catches, 65 yards.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. On second down, here's the option. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 16 yards, a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get him 2nd and 2.
Gibson, the ball carrier.
Someone's looking fresh, and his O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
The Cardinals' 29-yard line.
From the 29, Smith. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty is going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
From the red zone now, Smith. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Marcus Golden, too much to handle that time, gets the sack. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. And to give this time to the tailback. And a big play there on 2nd down, but we do have a flag on the field. This is in the area where it might be coming back. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
To throw on 2nd down is Smith. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. And here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
So now on 4th down, Washington will hand things over to their kicker, Dustin Hopkins.
30-yard attempt.
Hopkins' kick is good. And it's 3-0 Washington.
3. Cardinals nothing.
They moved the ball pretty well there on the opening drive. You think they're okay settling for 3?
I don't think they're happy about settling for 3, but I think you're exactly right with the word okay, because they threw it well, they ran it well. Excellent balance for the first drive of the game.
First and 10.
The Cardinals coming out led by Kyler Murray, the offensive rookie of the year a season ago, and back for more here in year number 2.
Now, the meeting we had with him this week, that's one of the briefer ones we've ever had, isn't it?
Wasn't too happy after last week.
Not happy, really determined to play a whole lot better, and he really can't play a whole lot worse. He's got to go out and show the team that the goods that he exhibited early are still there. Otherwise, he could lose the confidence that they have in him.
Yeah, hoping to get rid of that interception bug. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
4 yards.
A check on the numbers for Kenyon Drake last week. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power, we saw finesse, we saw speed, and what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
Out to his left, and now he's going to use his legs. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
And there's the beauty of Kyler Murray, because we all know he can get it done through the air. Terrific right arm, and nowadays we don't even talk about his height anymore. He's shown that he can see downfield and make throws, but he also possesses wide receiver speed. He can call his own number or scramble and turn it into a big play as well. Kyler Murray, a dual threat at the quarterback position.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Murray going to run play action with Drake and look to throw it. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that may have been incomplete, but he reminds me so much of when my dad used to take me to the baseball stadium and watch the home run hitters in batting practice. I'll get to the stadium early just to watch this kid throw it. He can throw it out of the stadium.
Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The tight end, Max Williams, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletion. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And this one caught by Max Williams. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
44-yard line.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. From the gun, it's Drake. And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
Drake, the ball carrier.
Tackle made by Thomas Davis.
Davis on the tackle.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
first and 10.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the first down.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Murray off play action. And this is caught at the 8. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
This passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, it has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
On 1st and goal, Drake. And the Cardinals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets him down to about the 4-yard line. And that is Allen still down following the play. Appears to be shaken up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Second and goal from inside the 5. They'll try again with Drake. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. And finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now from back at the 9 after that last play, this is 3rd and goal. From the gun, Murray. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Drake. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kenyon Drake. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Zane Gonzalez to kick off for Arizona.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
A gain of 12.
His first carry of their 2nd drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run the counter. It's Gibson, and this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the 41, Smith. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
7, Washington 3.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I've got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Smith. This is brought in by Gibson. And he will be marked down short of the 1st as they get to him at the 29. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today.
A 46-yard attempt.
Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone. Now Drake loses the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. From the gun, here's Smith. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Hassan Reddick. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
It's Smith. And that'll be complete to the running back, Gibson. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's the Pro Bowl punter, Tress Way, on to punt for Washington. Back deep, Patrick Peterson. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement. And off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Murray back near his goal line. Rolling to his right. And they work this out past the 25. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way.
On 1st down, Drake. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Drake again, the ball carrier.
That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
And this is going to be a Cardinals 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. So after 2 1st downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. And now Murray's going to set up to throw. He'll get this to his running back, Edmonds. And he's able to take it across midfield.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Now Murray, he bootlegs it, sliding out of the pocket. And Murray has it knocked loose, fumble.
Murray on the keeper. A fumble on the play.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Now Edmonds. And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. It's 27. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in. Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now Murray. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. That catch good for only a couple. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Play action. Now it's Murray. Being chased out left. He'll run it.
Murray on the keeper. He was brought down by Kendall Fuller. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 9.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Murray. Man open left side. It's Williams. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. Gonzalez's kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. Well, the drive started in the shadow of their own goalpost all the way back at the 2. Pretty nice job of getting downfield and at least getting 3.
Agreed on that one. A real nice job because really their goal was to get out of the shadows of those goalposts and give themselves a little bit of room to help out their defense. Instead, they got 3 points out of it.
A reminder, still some good games coming up here in Week 2 of the NFL. Later tonight, a rematch from that Super Bowl a few years back. New England visits Seattle up in the Northwest. And then on Monday night, we'll be there. The first regular season NFL game ever played in the state of Nevada. The New Orleans Saints and the Las Vegas Raiders from Allegiant Stadium. That should be something. Smith on first down. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. In that time for the sack, say hello to Chandler Jones.
When I watch Chandler Jones play for the Arizona Cardinals, I actually get a little bit jealous because he does his job as well as anyone in the league. He's played 64 games for Arizona starting this season. 60 sacks in that time frame. That's just under 1 per game. That type of success rate will not only keep you on the field, but also garner you a lot of honors.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Smith. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Time to the 21. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd. As they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And he's had his chances in this game. He just hasn't been able to find any daylight so far.
Patience, patience, patience. And that's the hard part for a runner because they expect every run to be a big one for something to pop. So they have to sometimes go through the struggles before it happens for them later in the game. But you got to give credit to the rest of the team. They've worked around the fact that he hasn't had his normal big game.
Yeah, despite his struggles, still winning here in the 2nd quarter. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Here's Murray going deep for Hopkins. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to it and forcing a 3rd down.
2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he's going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Murray to air it out again. Open man is Kirk, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Intended for Christian Kirk. Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Murray on the slant, complete to Hopkins. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Less than an extra point attempt here. This is an 18-yarder. Gonzalez's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly, where it was the visiting Rams who come in and get the victory on the road. Jared Goff, 3 touchdown passes as his guys bounce back from the defeat on opening weekend. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Jacksonville Jaguars. Derrick Henry, over 100 yards on the afternoon thus far with a touchdown run as well. Finally, we finish at MetLife Stadium to see what's going on with the Jets. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting San Francisco 49ers. 32-10, your final. In the game you're watching, it was the former #1 overall selection, Kyler Murray, who put on an absolute show. His guys have the lead, as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. Taking it about the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
So here are the Cardinals to take over. They were losers last time out to the 49ers, but right now they're on the right side of the scoreboard as they start out 1st and 10. On play action, it's Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
They'll take over 1st down.
That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, you take it from there.
after the interception. Here's Smith. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Chandler Jones picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Another try after the first down sack. Smith. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. CD, you take a look at this draft class from this offense, and they went defense with their first-round pick.
Yeah, and you and I both know there were a lot of good players on that list, but this was a defense that was in need of an infusion of youth and speed, and that's what they got.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Smith. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that is incomplete.
Intended for Logan Thomas. Incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. Gets it away, and I don't think Peterson will get a chance to touch this one. Angling for the sideline.
At their own 28-yard line.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends, who you would think could absorb that contact.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
And he's got Fitzgerald. And he's going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First grab for Fitzgerald. He's got a first down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. First down, Murray. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. It's 41. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Murray now on first down. Steps away to his left. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
It's now 2nd and 10.
To throw again, Murray. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Montez Sweat Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. From the gun, Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Take over 1st and 10.
Time to spotlight the quarterback, Alex Smith. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off, because they do know that they are trying.
Yeah, well, we've seen the 4 sacks so far in this contest. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. A shotgun snap for Smith. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally.
23 yards.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense, because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue, not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a 1st down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Gibson. And this time they were ready for him, as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
The stop made by
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibson, and he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description, because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 14. It's a gain of 14 down to the 14.
First down, Washington.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, Smith. And this is caught at the 8. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. From the 5 now, 2nd and a yard.
5-yard line.
To show up.
Uh-huh.
I don't know, man. He looked pretty good against Gil, man.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have.
Gibson gets hit, and he fumbles it. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And the Cardinals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
We can come up with a lot of different explanations here. None of them are going to work. At the 1-yard line and coughing it up, no way.
You got to protect that thing like it's your firstborn.
Your firstborn, your secondborn,
your
anyone. It doesn't matter. Take care of the football. You're in a position to go in and score. At worst, you've given up a chance to get 3 points.
Now Kyler Murray ready to get back under center. And the passing game, I mean, look at the numbers. It's fallen off. When a team is struggling, sometimes you look at a quarterback. When the quarterback starts to struggle, who goes over and picks him up?
Yeah, that's always a big one, isn't it? Usually, there's a quarterback whisperer somewhere. And what I mean by that is, whether it's an assistant coach, whether it's one of his best friends on the team, someone that can get in his ear, get with him and say, all right, my man, what do you need? What's going on here? So there's one person he can lean on. He's going to have to lean on that guy right now.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. And able to find Kirk complete. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I was like, damn. With the I seen it. Then went up 21-14. And that was all she wrote.
And that's exactly what they did on
all
that
she wrote, man. I was like, damn.
Nice chunk of yardage there. Yeah, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch. Being a player like that, that was a little scary. Our offense is built kind of the same. Run,
it's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Again, they run with Edmonds. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
So a little extra time to ponder this 3rd and goal as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Yeah, it's going into the full quarter.
They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. On that play, they held him to a short game.
I seen you didn't.
If they lose the Super Bowl, you're going to fast forward that shit.
Shit, I was mad. I messed around there. I went and got that COVID shot yesterday, so when I got home, man, I came home and took a couple of motions and laid down. Shit, I had just woke up at 8:30 and I saw the text saying to fast forward. So, I mean, you know,
so the first shot is not that bad. The second shot, you're going to need a nap for sure.
Yeah. When I got that second one, my arm was a little bit sore than the first one. And so, you know, I took a little, I took motion on both of them. But I can definitely feel this one more than I felt the other one.
Right.
But you know, it's okay. So.
Oh, that was your second one this time?
Yeah, I got the second one yesterday.
Yeah. The second one knocked you out. So yeah, you're gonna sweep the second one. You're gonna knock you the fuck out.
Yeah.
So that's pretty safe. You get knocked out.
Shit. So I came home, man, took a little motion and laid down. Slept for a few hours.
Yeah, that second one knock you out for a day or two. Man, because you're going to feel the draft day too, probably.
Yeah, I was good, though. I was good.
If you home with straight to sleep. I finished working after I got my second shot. And I got home and knocked me the fuck out.
What?
That first one was alright, but the second one knocked me out for a day.
This drive's got to be touchdown or bust.
I'm happy I got this motherfucker. I went a long time ago. I got my shit when they first came out.
Dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some
I ain't getting in line. Okay, fuck you and get my shot.
I'll give you a big play now.
I'm the guinea pig. I'll go. Fuck you. Look, one thing can happen. Hey, look, I got 50-50 chance to die from COVID. Right? You got 50% chance you live or die. Right? I know for sure I got 33% chance that shot may work a little bit, but when it's over, so they give me a better chance.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game
now, I won't die,
but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this,
right. That's why I went on and took it, man. It's better to be safe than sorry, shit. Half the time, we done took enough shots in our military time, and half the time we don't know what the fuck the military giving us.
Exactly. So that answer is all this shit that you want to box in.
Yeah.
I don't know, baby. 5-yard line.
Open man here,
complete. And he gets it inside. I was like, I just can't think about me. I got a family to think about. So, even though they might be better off.
This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 passes.
It might be a lot richer.
I think the shot is going to help. I don't think they underrated.
Yeah, so.
I think what the shot do is get your system immune to it, just like it is the flu shot or anything else.
So 3 plays already, 1st and goal, and they are
gives you
wasting
enough so
little
your body
time.
can start doing antibodies up.
Throwing again is Smith into heavy traffic.
Good interception, baby. Take it to the house. Take it to the house, baby. Pick 6.
He's at the 50.
That's what they do. They get you in a controlled environment. That's all that is.
And they will score.
Yeah.
It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown.
That was a 93-yard pick 6, baby.
They should make that motherfucking shit mandatory. I don't know why they don't. And then you got motherfuckers always talking shit here to them, and then the same motherfuckers don't want to wear their mask, and they won't go get the shot. You was crying all this fucking time to come in and doing shit for you. Now you got to take a shot and you don't want to get the fuck out of my face, bitch.
And now they'll empty the backfield. They to go for 2.
That's the most fucked up shit.
After the turnover, here's Murray. Flush to his right.
I'm not going to take the shot. He was crying. No, the government ain't offering nothing. As soon as something come over, it ain't expensive. I ain't saying
they turned to pick 6 and go pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
And you get this bad, and then you everybody else get sick with you. There's no more goddamn COVID disease. You get sick, you and yo.
Yeah.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Yeah.
That'll be taken about a yard deep.
Oh, man.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line.
Oh, he's not answering?
Running nervous and shit. It's good time. He started running nervous.
He was on a little earlier today.
Yeah, I will go.
Face a 3-score deficit in the 4th quarter. They need points.
I saw that he was on.
I tried to play his ass last night. I said, we both here, man. Get this shit out the way. I ain't playing tonight.
Oh, he didn't want to play last night.
Well, I would have had advantage playing him last night. I'm going to tell you what.
Fresh off the pick.
He was on a high for beating Gill.
He'll air this one out deep for... It got his man complete.
He on a high, he beat Gill. So, he'll think he can win easily or whatever.
For a Washington touchdown. Stevens,
hey, I beat Mike Tyson in his other.
And Washington able to cut into that deficit.
He beat Mike Tyson.
You got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So that defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver.
He
I
knocked
played the
him.
computer, so I know I had a better shot.
Well, you would think they
He
had a
knocked him out,
3-score
huh?
lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late, that they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did.
Yeah, we put that zone up against Aaron Rodgers, but we shut Aaron Rodgers down for us. And we can't let Aaron Rodgers do what he did to them Saints, man. I know the Saints got that hit stick. Them motherfuckers like to. But I think my guys actually stopped the run a little bit better than your guys. I think your guys stopped the pass better than mine. I think my guys, I don't have to put so many people in the box to stop the run.
Them
That's kind of
motherfuckers
why I
couldn't
use
stop
that.
Aaron Rodgers. I don't know what the fuck. Oh, the
That's kind of
second
why I
game
use
that
that one guy
that bitch
to
beat
roam
me.
around with, because I don't. Them three linemen usually do the job by themselves.
Dustin
That
Hopkins
bitch
on
beat
now
my
to add the
ass
extra
twice.
point.
Damn.
And
I
this
could
has
not.
been good.
Go ahead
That'll
by
make
my
a score
house.
now of 24-10.
Could
Well,
not,
the
not
offense wasn't out
I
there for
couldn't
a
get
long
to him.
time, but they were out there for a good
Whether I
time.
blitzed
One
to
play,
beat the blitz,
and they're
Oh no,
able
we
to
was
hit pay
on
dirt.
Rodgers' ass.
I could not get to
Out
Rodgers,
is the
man.
kickoff unit as
Yeah,
they
we was
run
on
it
I don't give
Rodgers'
a damn
ass.
what I did.
away.
I could not get to that motherfucker. And if I
Yeah, we
did
was on
get
his
to him,
ass.
Taken about a yard deep.
That motherfucker was
No
running and
effort to
throwing, but
bring
we was
this
on his
one
ass.
out. It's a
So
touchback.
yeah.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over.
yeah, we was on
Two
Rodgers'
scores
ass.
on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe
Fuck
you start
Rodgers.
thinking about playing keep away.
Yeah, I'll call you on the
Yeah, I
game,
think
man.
here's the
All right, bro.
situation. You're not thinking
Look.
touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll start things out by handing to Edmonds. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
To Chase Edmonds.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Edmonds. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line.
He's going
Just
for
a
it on
yard
4th
the
and
run there. That's
thinking
gonna
on
bring us
4th
to
and
a
1.
4th down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to
He
break
went
off
for
a
it on
big
4th
one, and
down,
might need to
yeah.
just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They're going for it. Hits Murray.
Right.
He's got a man. It's Williams. And he's going to have the 1st and... at about the 38.
Good for a Cardinals. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Here's Murray. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. That's Daron Payne with a sack that time.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big. But sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically blitz. And even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Murray, it's caught on the right side. Williams. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 23 yards the pickup there. You ready for a Captain Obvious comment?
Let's go. Go with it.
He had the 5 picks last week. He's got to be much more pleased. Just the 1 interception. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And not only is he pleased, his entire team is. Because throwing those 5 interceptions affects everyone. That's extra work for your defense and not enough possessions for your offense. He's flipped that ratio around in this game.
They'll run on 1st down. Edmonds. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
21 yards.
Yeah, it's a 4-yard loss. Really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Murray now to throw. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this 2nd half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
Murray with a 3rd and long. He'll air this one out for Kirk. And that's going to be intercepted.
Open up top.
Landon Collins, the Pro Bowl safety. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now a 1st down throw. It's Smith. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Smith. To the right side and complete to Thomas. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Washington on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 8. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
first down. Edmonds. And they'll get him down right about the 20. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game. I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
On 3rd down, they run with Edmonds. And he'll only get a couple here, and that'll bring up 4th down, and they'll have time to talk things over as we have reached the 2-minute warning. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Gonzalez's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Washington 10.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be...
What are you doing? What I told you to do? I told you find something to read or study. Did I not? If you don't have, you better find a book or something to read. Ain't no playing. This ain't no fucking playtime. I know you got something for school you can read. You better find something. You better go find a book. You better read your Bible. You better do something. But ain't no playing. Get to looking for something. Don't stand there. Get a book.
Here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Gonzalez to kick off for Arizona.
After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Well, look at Washington as they come onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
To number 89.
To throw again on 2nd down. Smith throwing the out route incomplete. It's Sims. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the gun, here's Smith. And he will not be able to hang on going through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
I'm about to let him out. Waiting for Dwayne to finish with his grade.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Good gain there on 1st down, and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively.
3rd and 1.
Yeah, bro.
Right.
You can hear me, Hobby?
Yeah, I hear you.
On 3rd down,
yeah.
Edmonds. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall. Right
tomorrow night.
Line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. They've called his number a lot this afternoon.
I'd be a turnip here, though.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches.
Oh, yeah, we get my money there first.
And he used to have a meeting with his running
Somebody got to pay for my gas.
And say,
Somebody got to pay for my gas.
As many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time.
Yeah, I usually get about $500 every week. Look, last week set me back a minute.
Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal.
They didn't get no money from their ass last week.
From the left hash, this from 39.
Yep.
So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one.
Hey, man, you still go to Tyler. You don't make the cut. Head on to Houston. Shit, that's all.
Pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount.